welcome back, Pouring Nation. Today we're going to try 3 different kinds of galaxy pours. I have failed at trying to do this in the past. This was the last one that I tried, which turned out great, just not what I was expecting. So we're going to try 3 different ones. What we're going to do is, all of my paints here are Craft Smart, kind of pastel looking colors, black. They're all made with 70% glue, 30% water pouring medium. They are very, very thin. And I did this on purpose because I want the colors to mix quite a bit. You can kind of see that there. Very thin colors. We're going to do 3 different ones. We're going to do a traditional black with the colors Dirty Pour. We're going to do a just glue, the pouring medium, no color in it. Because I have the black background, the pouring medium should dry pretty flat. Or pretty see-through, so you got to see the black, but then I have the colors on top to see if that makes it kind of stand out better. And last, I'm going to do the same thing, except for I'm going to do a blown pour. So this is the Dirty Pour, traditional Dirty Pour with black, Dirty Pour with just white pouring, or just clear glue pouring medium, and a kind of like a Dutch pour or a blown pour on this one. So let's get to it. So again here, just going to black. And I don't need much black. Black will kind of take over, so I'm doing a lot of these other colors on this one. Probably a little more black here. Already did that. And again, black does kind of take over. So we're going to do way more of the other colors than black. These are 8x10 canvases, about 80 square inches if you include the sides. That is 98 square inches, so we need about, divide that by 25, give or take, and then that's about how much we need for our 4 ounces, which that makes. That's about how much we need for each one. So again, we're just going to do a dirty pour here on this one. On this one, I'm using straight pouring medium because it's going to be, I'm just going to pour that in. I'm going to do about 3 ounces of that. And then I'm just going to pour in some of these colors. Just straight into the pouring medium. Not going to do any mixing here because I want them to come out differently here. So this one's going to be more like you would see on a resin pour, hopefully. We're going to see. And last but not least, this bad boy. Just going to put a bunch of pouring medium straight on the surface. Then I'm going to do a touch more of the pouring medium in the middle. That's really not going to work. If I poured it out from way up high, it would just immediately sink to the bottom. So if I get it in this little cup and pour it slowly, it can kind of sit on top. Then I can blow it. If I would have done it the other way, it would have gone underneath and around the paint, and that's not really what I want. So let's just get these done one by one. Again, this is just an experiment. See if I can't figure out how to make a good galaxy pour. So we're just going to do a straight pour with this one. Slightly too much paint, I can tell already, but we'll be alright with that. This one we're just going to do a flip cup. Alright, so this kind of had some time to sit. Probably should not have done the black first. See how that, see if some of those colors come back out. Okay, so now the clear, again what I'm hoping is the, oh wow, look at that. Look at the colors on this one. And how they've striated in there. Because it's just pouring medium, that should all turn into clear and show the black through. So that may actually work really well. I'm going to get the, pop some of these bubbles that are right on top. Again, I wanted this to be very, I wanted it to be very liquid to get this kind of texture that we're seeing in here. Man, I'm really loving this. Last but not least, I want to kind of keep that stuff in the center there. I don't mind at all that there's going to be black on the outside. Alright, so again, let's do another close-up here. So this is how the Dutch pour with pouring medium that should become transparent. This, you can already see the black kind of shining through, is the dirty pour with a ton of pouring medium and then paint just put in. And this is our dirty pour with black. So those three there. Are what we're looking at. And I will be back when these are dry. Alright, before I show you the details of these dried pieces, I want to just let you know that if this is the type of material you're looking for, about acrylic paint pouring, about learning, about experimentation, about combining different pouring mediums and different paints and things, please think about subscribing. Like this video if it's helped you, and let's take a look at the dried paintings. Alright, so it's been about 48 hours since I did these, and I want to show you some of the things that I have learned without hopefully getting new paint to drip on my old paint. So here is the one that was black with the colors. I don't know if you can see, but there's some texture there. The black is kind of over the top of the colors, which is really cool. But you've got a little bit of paint separation, if you can see that here. It's starting to kind of separate. I believe my paint was a little bit too thin. That's what caused that. But there are some pieces that are just amazing. That little corner there I really like. So, lesson learned here, need to be a little bit thicker. Here was the dirty pour with pouring medium that didn't have any color in it, and then a little bit of color poured in. And this is exactly what I was looking for. You can see these kind of wafy, almost like, I think they're called cirrus clouds. They're very light and wafy. And then some of these patterns in here, they're almost like, I don't know what those patterns are, but I really love them. I need to figure out how to make that happen again. But more over the whole painting. And the last one, this was the kind of like a Dutch pour. And this right here is exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for those little patterns with just a little bit of color that kind of shows up, kind of like you see in like the Hubble telescope galaxy things. This one tells me, one, that I love this. I love the patterns that it made. There's too much color. I want way less color. So maybe rather than doing it in the middle, I'll do a couple of very light rings and then blow it out and see how that looks. See if I can't replicate, because if I had this everywhere, I think that would be a beautiful galaxy pour. So, again, paint pouring, you know, I probably wouldn't save any of these. I know some people probably really like them, but the nice thing about paint pouring is this was relatively easy, relatively inexpensive. I'll probably just paint black over them and then use these ones again for the next time. And I've learned a ton of stuff. I learned that my paint was a little bit too thin. I learned that by putting paint in and just pouring medium, that I can create kind of this wispy effect with the color blending in from behind. I learned that I had too much paint here. So next time, I do it a little bit different, I do it a little bit better, and I hone in on the exact thing that I want. That's how these people all around you see that are amazing. The Anna Ritterhoff and the Smart Art Materials, these guys have been doing this over and over, and they've perfected what they're doing. I am not haven't got to that perfection point, but I love to learn. So, this week we're going to do another one. The next video will be kind of my learnings from these to see if we can't hone in on that stuff. Hopefully I've saved you a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, a little bit of money by not having to do these experiments yourself, and you can try some of these things and see if you can't create some beautiful art. Until next time.